What's up, Max Squad? Y'all doing good?
Good.
Yo, I hope y'all doing good. We out here in the penthouse overlooking the entire strip right now. Shoot, but everyone that just came up killed it. Obviously, gotta follow a little ET over here and come down. But nah, man, I have a lot of respect for you guys. I wanted to come out here and my main goal is I want to, just like you said, I want to have everyone in IML, together, whether we're on different teams or not. Like, that's why I came out here. I could have been, out there like partying or with some bad bitch or whatever. But I wanted to come out here and just like speak to you guys, meet you guys. I know you guys been making a lot of noise on you just hit Chairman 8. I want to come shake your hands and congrats on that because I know it's a lot of hard work. You deserve it. And because you're providing true leadership, man, you're making sure everyone's eating on your team. And I think that's what it's all about. But I'm not going to be here too long. I just want to, maybe I'll just kind of touch up on what you were asking me to touch up on is like the whole journey. I know a lot of people, they see me, they see Austin, they see our leaders, and you see like Gary, you see all these guys like making all the money now, and you're seeing the shine, but like you got to realize like, yeah, I hit Chairman 100 in a 5-month span. Like hasn't even been 5 months yet that I've been a part of IML, but it's been like a whole 3 years plus like my entire life, right? That really got me here, right? Like they were talking about their entire life experiences. Like literally, I had to go through a lot of life experiences that a lot of people don't even know about through my childhood that made me to who I am today, right? Like these guys, they went through all this BS back in the day, and instead of using that as excuses to why they can't make it happen, they use that as motivation, right? Same thing with me, right? That's why I matured at a pretty young age, right? I've been the same way when I was 18 years old. Darren knows. I hit a 6-figure income in my previous company at 18, $1 million at 20, and it's for a reason because I matured pretty quickly. I saw what was going on in my family. I had to become like the father figure for my little sister, my little brother, and it's just crazy to think about. Like, man, it's not gonna happen overnight. Like success is not gonna happen overnight. A lot of people, they just give it like 6 months or 7 months or a year and a half, and then they just want to give up, and they barely even gave it anything, right? It's just like the stuff that Austin and myself had to go through to even get in this position is like unbelievable. Like, Chris could tell you, like, we talk about the story where we were just in LA and California, sitting by the dumpsters, like confused on what we were gonna do with life. Like literally, because we were trying to like look for the right home for our entire team, the right company, and we're really literally sitting right next to a dumpster, like, what's the next move? Like we don't even know what we're gonna do. Like we were like, I remember at least sitting there and just so lost on life. I remember that. And me and him were just talking to each other like, dude, this is hard, man. This is hard. Like we're watching our money just all of a sudden go away. We don't know what to do. We're confused. We're all over the place. But the thing is, we've always had that heart. We've always had that drive. We just need the right vehicle. We just need the right direction, kind of thing. And honestly, like Chris came into our life within IML, and trading is funny because I found out about Forex through like Garrett and like W3A and all that they had before, which is what months ago? A year ago, right? And that's what really opened my eyes, like trading in the first place. It was like a year ago, right? Especially after like a previous company like fell down and everyone was just like, yo, what are we gonna do? But honestly, like going through all of that stuff that we've gone through, like companies like falling apart and just that entire process, I feel like was meant to be. It created us into the beast that we are today. Like a lot of the things that I learned from like that company's mistakes or like our life experiences, like we come into IML and we talk about like, all right, this is where we can't mess up on because we messed up here before. We saw it before, right? I'm always helping Chris out, right? We're always working together trying to make this into an empire, right? Because we're not talking about like being around for just 6 months or 12 months or 2 years kind of thing. We're talking about how we can actually leave a legacy. And I think my biggest motivation is like hearing stories all the time. Like I'm always hearing, all the stories within our team in GB, and that just motivates me to go so much harder, right? Because obviously I'm Chairman 100, last rating in the comp plan. I could literally just be chilling. I don't have to be traveling. I just came back from Canada like 2 days ago, like in snow and like inches of snow. I'm not used to snow, right? Coming from Texas. So, I that's why I didn't go outside. I just stayed home all day, like by the fireplace. So, it's crazy because like I just realized like I have to put on for our entire team. Everyone that has high goals, high ambitions, has a story like I did. And I know whenever I came on board, I didn't have anyone like leading me in the right direction. Ever since I first came in the industry 3 years ago. And I know I want to be able to provide that support for the masses within our GV family. And honestly, like what Chris built here, like he's a honest to God true legacy, right? And you guys see it happening every single day. It's changing so many lives, changing so many lifestyles, helping people quit their 9-to-5 jobs, helping people help their moms out. Like I'm sure some of you guys saw Daniel Westby give his mom like $25,000 Facebook living that, right? Like I'm always helping my mom out every single day. And it's the perfect timing because my mom's business is kind of like dead beat right now, like completely at the perfect timing when I made the come up, right? Now I'm taking care of her every single day. That's my biggest why for why I'm doing this, right? So it's just like everything happened for a reason, and I mean now I've seen it change my entire life, and I know it can change y'all's lives as well. But realize that it's not going to be easy. It's not just going to happen. Like you have to go through the process. You have to go through the growing stages, right? You can't just like cheat the grind. You can't get the shortcuts to success. Like you have to put in the work that it takes, right? If that makes sense to you guys. Like literally, a lot of people are trying to figure out the secret passageways and the easier ways out. And honestly, look at the grind that me and Austin do. Like we get in the trenches, right? We don't try to just do like this whole like behind the scene like stuff or whatever. We like literally go out there and meet new people. We travel all across the U.S., all around the world. We do events. We do the Skype calls. We do the webinars. So we try to lead by example, so you guys can see, what it really takes, right? The real grind that it takes, right? And that's the reason why we got to where we're at. It's not like it was given to us or anything. It's that we put in the work and realized that it wasn't 5 months in IML. It was 3 years in the industry, and also what my entire life created me into who I am today. And you guys should take that as a grain of salt too. Like you're talking about your story. I'm sure that made you guys in a beast mode like you are right now. And y'all are still growing. We're all still growing, right? Every single day, every single week, we're creating our story, right? We're literally writing our story every single day. And I think that's the most powerful thing. So, I mean, I'm excited to be here. Like I said, I want all of us in IML just to like be, focused on the same page, whether we're on different teams or cross lines, whatever it is. I know we can still create something freaking powerful over here. And I know we are already on a daily basis. I mean, you guys just, you guys were at that boardroom earlier with Chris. Got to hear from him on what's coming and all the amazing stuff. So I just know we haven't even got started yet. Like, bro, we just got into the new car. We're like adjusting the seat right now. We're just kind of like cleaning the car. We're getting a new steering pad wheel, and we're just ready to turn the engine on, really get going. So, I mean, we're really just getting everything set up within the car, getting the seat adjusted to how we want it. And I'm telling you, we haven't got started yet with a lot of things we got coming. So, I mean, I don't even want to like come up and go too deep into it, because I know, 6 months later, whenever we're all in like Cancun or Costa Rica, like Darren loves, then we'll be really, really have a reason like celebrate. Because yeah, I'm at where I'm at, but I mean, I don't feel like I should be celebrating right now yet, because my team's not there yet. So I mean, until they're there, I really celebrate. So you guys keep doing y'all's thing. You guys plug in with Garrett and this entire Max squad. I'm telling you, they're gonna lead you guys in the right direction. Chris is in the trenches every single day. Like, I've never seen a CEO like leading by example in the way he does. Like, it's a Saturday night and he's over here like grinding with you guys. Like, what CEO does that? You guys get that? Like, that's not real. This is like a dream right here kind of thing. And the fact that he's here and he knows about y'all stories, is like, man, I want to be able to help these guys. Like, he's doing this much more than just like his business or the money, right? He wants to be able to actually impact y'all, right? That's what he asked all of you guys to tell y'all stories, so he knows, like, man, the difference. I'm sure when Chris hears these stories, he's like, damn, like, what am I actually doing? Because this is actually happening all around the world in many different countries right now, right? So it's pretty crazy to think about. So, I mean, all I gotta say is just, just stay plugged in with the entire team, with the entire company, and just realize you can't cheat the grind. There's no way possible. Like, if you think there's ways you can cheat the grind or cookie cut around it, then you might as well just start looking for something else. Like, whenever you come into IML, you just have to like commit yourself. And I talk about this all the time. Like, commit yourself. Like, a lot of people, they come in with the employee mindset of, oh, I'm just gonna try this thing out. I'm gonna see if it works out. And that's like, why don't you just get a job then, right? Because that's what employees do. Just being real, like they try stuff out, right? Like, bosses, they come into something, they commit, right? Whenever I joined with Chris, I was like, I committed myself to stay here for as long as possible, to create a legacy, right? And failure was an option, kind of thing, right? And now if you look, and obviously it's much more beyond the money, right? It's really about the time freedom, the freedom. Because I want you guys, and I made this a status earlier, I don't know if you guys saw it, but I mean, I was working at Panera Bread 3 years ago. That was my first and my last job, right? Unemployed one, right? And if you think about it, I was making $15,000 a year, right? A year. I'm making 100 G's a month right now, right? Or 100, 120 G's a month right now, right? If you think about that, what would have took me 120 years, hard working years at Panera Bread, takes me only 1 year to make. Like, think about that real quick. Because if you do it, like 120 times 12 months, 1.5 mil a year, that would have took me 120 years at Panera Bread, right? I just compressed the time frames. You guys see that? Yeah. You guys see I just compressed the time frames big time? That's what I'm saying. And like, literally, you guys have the possibilities right here within IML. And that's the coolest thing, because back in the day, you didn't have options like this. You didn't have opportunities like where you could just come into something and then just make and create whatever you want to do, right? Anything you want to do is up to you, right? Literally, whatever you want to make, whatever you want to do, however many people you want to help out and change lives, it's all up to you, right? And that's the coolest thing about this, that we literally had to switch to ourselves kind of thing, right? So, I mean, just keep doing your thing, stay plugged in with the Mac team, the GB team. I know we're just all going to take this thing to the top, and we're going to have the same convo 6 months down the road, and all you guys are going to be on a whole nother level, not even just financially, but mentally, and all different aspects of life kind of thing, right? So I'm looking forward to it. So y'all keep doing y'all's thing. I love y'all stories, and yeah, just never judge a book by its cover, right? That's the biggest thing. Like, I mean, everyone has their own story, and everyone has their own motives. But I think as long as you have the right intentions, that's what really matters the most, right? Over your reputation or what people think of you. As long as you have the best heart to actually help people, that's what really matters, right? That's what, you know, the true colors in your show, right? So that's all I gotta say.